I love being hot. Democrat betas are big mad that they can't be me. I get that alpha energy. A little to no definition in the shoulder muscles, in the very much as somebody who's worn one myself. Take off the compression vest, dude. You ain't hiding shit. I know it doesn't mean much to the average person who has common sense and everything, but the Joe Schmo here, the good old schmucky wucky, this is very much a personal attack on his well-being. Even though it very much is not, it's going to come off to him as such. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/insane people Facebook, where as I have always stated, and will always state, the S in social media stands for stupid as shit. So if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it helps support the channel. Thank you. I was on Instagram and saw a post about how real men sit down when they pee, and how their mom should have taught them to sit. I'm sorry, what? That is fatherless activities. Real men don't sit to pee. I don't nobody want to poke the inside of a toilet seat. Gross! What do you want to bet dude here thinking that he touches the inside of the toilet seat? If your biggest issue is how other people happen to use the toilet, then I hate to break it to you, you don't really have much going on for you in life. Because, personally, for myself, I just want to make sure that if I'm tired as crap, I don't miss anything. But no, let this dude go over and make it his own problem, because for some reason, that's what matters most to you, is whether or not people stand or sit when they pee if they are dudes. Really, that just sounds weird. You have no human rights, as you are not even a human being. Also, you despise any semblance of rights, aka personal responsibility. Freedom is far too much for you degenerate subhumans to even handle. No worries, we will give you leftist all the leftism you've craved so badly. Give you free housing, free food, clothes, and whatever BS in jail. Or the zoo, far from civilized society. Remarriage is a legalized adultery. No, it's not. Shut up. Anybody else already have known that this is going to be a big old crockpot of dookie the second you've seen that little globe icon on a Facebook post? I don't know why. It just kind of feels like the Batman symbol for a stupid post. I'm not saying that all people that post on public are stupid, but all the people that post stupid are on public. This one is only $575,000. That is not affordable, bro. That's over $500,000. Only $575,000. Wake up and look at what is going on. Only showing inventory, fine, but don't say it's affordable. This is how it should have been across the $400,000 mark. Not true. Saying over $500,000 is affordable is the problem. Okay, simple 5-second Google search to kind of fix this thing for the average home cost in Denver, Colorado, since nobody really wanted to talk about that in those comments there. So, Denver, Colorado, unfortunately, is one of the more expensive places to live in the U.S., whereas the average home is around $641,000. So, the price that the person actually had shown in their TikTok video was actually below the average. And if we also want to factor in stuff like the HOA costs and stuff like that, it very much is not something where you decide to live there because you want to live on a budget. Unfortunately, your budget does play into a good amount of choices of where you want to live, and still, I'm not a fan of the whole almost $600,000 and you don't even get a driveway kind of thing. Don't even get me started on the person that was about to say, well, 20 years ago, my parents got to do this, that, the other. Yeah, you do realize also 20 years ago, shit was a lot more affordable, right? Totally not like we've devalued the dollar into the ground and even further beyond that, right? No, we would never have done that. I'm looking at you, $100 bags of dry dog food that were only $60 about 4 years ago. But yeah, long story short, different places have different averages, and still there are going to be below averages that are still well out of people's realm of possibility. And it really does suck. Trust me, I know. I live in Maryland. It's one of the worst places to live if you're trying to have a house by yourself. South Dakota has the strongest grandparents' rights laws in the nation. But yesterday I lost my lawsuit to see my grandson because of that toxic Troxel v. Granzel overriding of states' rights. I can appeal and try to correct it, but I need help. In 2000, Troxel v. Granville was a Supreme Court decision to grant 100% parents' rights and 0 grandparents' rights. It's called subordinate of rights. Like when we gave, I'm not saying that because that context has a slur and you know it, a subordinate rights as a person. 3 justices predicted Troxel would do what is happening now. Spoiled or mentally injured adult children are now using this law to injure their parents by withholding the one thing most precious to them: their grandchildren. So many weak adult children are choosing to walk away from family conflict instead of communication. Hiding is easier than confrontation. That way they always win. Civil court is supposed to hear to ensure a civil society. Yet they are advocating the breakdown of civility by allowing a normal family to divide, causing so much harm to the children. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but if they have a very valid reason as to not wanting to be around you, then, you going to the law to try to force them to be around you is not really the best way to go about things. And I can guarantee you, if you're willing to go to this post where you have to go to a Facebook post and, try to get other people to side with you, it's not like there would be a completely valid reason for them to not want to be around you or anything whatsoever. Nope, that would be crazy. Parents, has your family been divided over the no-contact trend? You are not alone. You are not crazy. This is the worldwide problem, and I've been doing a lot of work looking into this. Below is a cut and paste from another platform that I am posting because I haven't seen any locals talk about this problem, so I'm throwing this out there. This phenomenon of cutting off parents and going no contact is not only an injustice, it is pure evil. Those who would pontificate estranged parents about looking at ourselves and searching our hearts to find out our responsibility in this should do the research, learn the facts, and do the math first. This is not an American problem. It is a worldwide problem. Statistically, 36% of adult children are a part of the no-contact culture. Many are wearing no-contact status like a badge of honor. You can even buy the hat and t-shirt. You believe that hundreds of millions of parents should take responsibility for a false narrative or a petty list that includes, you sent me to my room and made me now mow the yard when it was 80 degrees outside. I've learned that was wrong. 150 generations of humanity flawed parents have made terrible mistakes bringing up their children, while loving them and doing their best they could for them with the knowledge that they were equipped with. 150 generations of children have become adults. Instead of dishonoring their parents with an itemized list of whines about how they were harmed and holding them accountable for crimes, they behaved like adults and took responsibility for themselves. Now a generation of adult children got themselves enlightened through higher education and 40-something internet therapists who got their license by answering a bunch of psych eval quizzes online. They discovered that their parents are the mentally ill product of a generational, barbaric family structure. They were damaged and permanently harmed by their parents, and someone has to answer. Their parents are marked guilty as charged and sentenced to no contact, and they cowardly use their own children as leverage. Any possible way their parents behave at the trial is proof of their guilt. No, these hurting children are full-grown adults just like the 150 generations before them. They are no better. They get no special damage generational status. This was not supposed to happen. It is abnormal, and it is an absolute moral evil. Perhaps I sound cynical, and this may be an unpopular statement, it is, but we owe our adult children nothing of what they require from us. It is they who are out of bounds. It will not end well for them or their children and children's children. Ah, yes, throwing that little thread in there right at the end really ties down the whole thing. Look, I'm gonna lay it to you real straight right here. If somebody happens to be treated like Dookie for 18 years, hate to break it to you, they're not gonna really want anything to do with you the second they have the legal ability to be able to get as far away from you. There's this little thing called independence when they actually happen to become proper adults and everything. And, also, way to go throwing the whole, they're adult children. No, they're adults. They happen to be your kids, but they are adults. God forbid anybody happen to have a little bit of boundaries being set, and, because maybe they don't want to have to go through the hell that you put them through, however long it happened, and they have the ability to finally be free from that. God forbid. But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!